Hi Cancer, welcome to your love reading. This is a love reading for current energies. It is technically your love reading for August 2020. I do realize it's at the end of the month. So this is a current energies reading for whenever you listen to it. This is a love reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please take the energies as they resonate for you. I am working with a very specific spread with this love reading of what your energy is versus their energy, but it could be interchangeable in some cases, so just keep that in mind as we go through this reading. I'm just going to go ahead and get started, Cancer. So the first card you have is the Seven of Wands. This is how you feel. Cancer, you feel really empowered and strengthened to stand up for what you believe in a romantic connection you're dealing with. Yeah, it's like you want to stand up to take charge for some reason. You feel compelled to do this. You may feel that a lot of energies are coming at you. Like a million things are coming at you relentlessly, and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to take this sitting down anymore, and you kind of spring up and you're ready to defend yourself. Maybe you weren't really doing that before. Maybe you were just letting things come at you and didn't really have the drive to face and deal with them, but now you do. You're ready to protect yourself. You feel courageous. You feel really resolved to stand up for yourself and defend yourself. So I just wonder if the person you're dealing with is coming at you maybe with some kind of accusations or wanting to explain things or talk things out to you, and for some reason you're taking it as that you need to defend yourself for some reason. But you have a lot of confidence and courage in facing this person. And the advice with this card is to be clear on your values and to be clear in communicating that, which is going to be really important for their current energy, which I will get into a moment. So the advice is to focus your intention and your will and what you're trying to accomplish. You want to kind of spring up and take action, which you already are. That's your current energy. So the advice with this card is you don't want to lay low. You don't want to just let whatever's happening. It's the moment for you to stand up and to defend yourself. So it'll be a different situation for each of you guys for why that's the case, but that is the case right now. So the second card is the King of Swords, and this is the person you're dealing with, how they feel. And again, if you remember what I said, it's important for you to be clear on your values and communicate, because this is the energy that they're in. They're kind of in a hyper logical, almost authoritative, it could be in some cases, decision-making mode where, you know, they're very decisive, they're ready to make a decision, and they want it to be based on reason and logic. They could be coming off as controlling. I don't feel a really negative energy with the King of Swords here. They could be coming off a little pig-headed, but it's mostly that they are being night and day, black and white about what's going on with you guys. They want to stick to the facts. They want to focus on the goal. They might feel that you're not sticking to the facts, even whether that's true or not. They want to be bare bones communication, like exactly what the point is. And sometimes people it can be a little annoying when people are like that, where they just want the fewest words possible. You know, they don't want a real exchange. It's like a hyper logical, hyper reasonable kind of approach, and not wanting to get into emotions, basically. You know, they're very evidence driven. They're coming off as disciplined, just wanting to stick to the facts, like I said. They have a clear goal in mind when dealing with you. And they're taking this really serious. And that might be why you feel a little defensive. Like they're being way too serious and maybe coming at you in this like hyperlogical fashion. And you might be taking it personally, Cancer, if you feel like you're in a more emotional state, and that's why you feel like you need to defend yourself. Yeah, so the advice dealing with this King of Swords, if you choose to continue to deal with this person, if you want to get across to them, the advice is to be clear and to the point. Because the energy that they're in right now is like, they're not going to respond to emotions. You know, I'm not saying whether that's good or bad. I'm just saying that that's where they're at right now. So Cancer, the third card is the energy between the two of you. You guys have the Two of Swords between you guys. And there is something... Both of you guys, I feel, are really conflicted about this connection on what to do. And it is a logical approach. The Two of Swords is about being logical and not being intuitive. It's like you guys are maybe both in that mode, maybe, you know, more so them, but it's wanting to rely on logic, but it's not having enough information to decide something. If you look at the figure in the card, they're blindfolded. So there's not enough information right now to really figure out what you guys want to do in this connection. Someone could be in denial about what's really going on. One or both of you can have conflicting emotions about how you really feel about each other. And the advice with the Two of Swords is that it is kind of time to make a decision based on what's already happened and what's known. In the past, you guys might have been telling yourselves, oh, well, we need to wait for things to play out and see how things go. And the advice with the Two of Swords is saying the time for that is past. And, you know, regardless of what you guys feel and think about that, the time is kind of now to make a decision, is the advice with the Two of Swords. Yeah. And to make a decision on logic. That's how you guys feel anyway. That's the energy between the two of you, where you feel like it's time to make a decision, and it needs to be based on logic. So that could be where you guys are at right now. So the fourth card is the Five of Cups reverse. This is what your person wants. They want a renewal with you. They kind of want to clear the air. They want to return to you. They feel compelled to muster up the courage to do this or suggest this to you. They have hope and they want to look for the good in this situation. But they do feel sad and defeated. With this Five of Cups energy, you might be seeing them as like they're being a big baby. That could be it, where like they're all sad and you're like, why are you being like this? You were a jerk to me. You know, it could be something like that, where you're kind of like, you don't have a lot of sympathy for them because they're just... It's almost like you feel like they don't have the best of intentions, or, yeah, just the proper reasons for wanting to return to you. Like, it feels like you're not really open to that. That's what it feels like right now, Cancer. The next card is what you want. The Ten of Cups. You want peace and happiness. It feels strongly you don't... It's not that you may... It's not necessarily that you don't want it with them, but it feels like you're questioning whether you could have it with them. You want to finally be happy and not have any drama. You're really questioning really deeply if you could really have this with them. So you guys are in two different energies of what you guys want. You know, them being in the Five of Cups reverse and you being in the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you want contentment in your heart. You want peace and love. This is wanting to be at home with your kids and pets, or just alone if you don't have kids and or pets. It kind of feels like you want to get away from this person for a little bit, Cancer. Yeah, it's like you wonder, can you have a Ten of Cups with them? You're questioning that, if that's really doable. And you're kind of wondering if you could have this with someone else. That's entering your mind. Like, you're kind of wondering if there's a new person that you can have this with. So the last card is the outcome and the overall energy in this situation you're dealing with, Cancer. It's the High Priestess. The High Priestess screams, you know, mystery, unknown, uncertainty. It feels like the outcome between you guys is uncertain. Someone's being a mystery, you or them, perhaps both of you guys. At this time, it's not clear There could be secret knowledge. There could be things that are not known. Um, but it could be that this is an old story where maybe someone has lied a lot, and it's like, okay, you're going to find out even more stuff that you didn't know. So it's kind of like just kind of overkill, where it's like, okay, I don't need to know any more secrets. Like, there's already been enough secrets coming out. Like, what else have you been hiding? And it's almost like you don't want to deal with it anymore. It feels that way. But the High Priestess is definitely hinting at an unrevealed future. It's kind of like things are unknown at this time. It's unclear how things will play out. Also with the High Priestess, someone is wanting to do some exploration on themselves, a self-inquiry on what they really want. Someone wants to get away from the noise and clutter of everyday life to really go inside themselves and see what they want. And with this High Priestess energy, it's encouraged to look at dreams, divination, like tarot cards, meditation, to kind of go inside your intuition to see what you really want. Cancer, I think this came up for you last month in your love reading, where you were, I'm like 98% sure, where you're in a very intuitive time in your life where you're being asked to trust your intuition. No one else has really gotten this, as far as I remember. It's been really emphasized for you Cancers, to look to your intuition and to trust your gut, to tune in to what you hear and feel when you sit down silently and close your eyes. And I pulled an additional card for the overall energy, additional overall energy for this reading. And if you guys watched my videos last month, you know that this is from a deck of cards. That's only the major arcana and the 4 aces. And you guys got the High Priestess again. So that's really unusual and rare and interesting that you got the High Priestess again. This is screaming at you that you already know what to do. You already know what's right. You don't need validation from others to confirm your wisdom. You already know, Cancer. Embrace that. And the other flip side of this High Priestess energy is to embrace not knowing everything. Embrace the uncertainty. That is part of the High Priestess energy. She trusts her intuition and she rests in the mystery of life. So you're being asked to do that, is to accept that you may not have all the answers. And maybe that's what you need to do to finally move on from this, is to accept that you're not going to have all the information and details, and yet you still move on anyway. And that seems to be a lesson that the cards are saying that you have to learn in this situation. Yeah, so it's kind of, like I said, you're being asked to rest in that energy of that ebb and flow of secrets and knowledge, secret knowledge. Yeah. So I have a new deck. It is an oracle deck. I know a lot of you guys really love oracle decks. This is a Rumi oracle deck. And for those of you who don't know, Rumi is a 13th century Persian poet who wrote a lot of poetry about a person he fell in love with. But the wider, deeper meaning of the poetry is related to his spiritual path, which was about God, or the nature of reality as it appears. He saw it. So you guys got music. Maybe you guys really need to listen to music. Maybe listening to music is going to help you tap into your intuition. You should listen to music that you're drawn to and see if there are messages in there for you that will help you get into that intuitive mode. Maybe you haven't listened to music in a long time. Maybe you haven't enjoyed the music you like in a very long time, and you're being asked to do that. Anyway, with this oracle deck, there is, a piece of art, as is the case on this card, but it's connected to a Rumi poem. So I'm going to read the poem. I'm not going to give commentary on the poem. It's important to me that you guys receive the words of Rumi and see what they mean for you, what the message is for you. So I will read the poem, and that will be the end of this reading. Okay, Cancer? So If it's comfortable for you to do so, maybe sit in a comfortable seat and close your eyes and receive the words of this poem. I am the beat and the rhythm of this moving world. And the rhythm of this world is me. Amongst lovers, even love screams my name. When it becomes drunk and playful, love can't help but spill my secrets. I am the rhythm of this moving world, the heartbeat of life. Bits of universe collide in their joy and unveil my faceless face. I am the water flowing in the river and the wine in the glass. Beware, the wine is here to shatter the glass. I am not meant to live small. For me to be, you have to disappear. So I'll leave it at that, Cancer. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. If it resonated with you, please let me know in the comment section below. That's really helpful for me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Cancer. I will see you later, okay? Bye.